The 2022 launch of ChatGPT turned a single Silicon Valley innovation into the catalyst for a global AI arms race. Within just months, the development of these models became the centerpiece of a geopolitical battle for technological supremacy. Achieving that supremacy requires massive concentrations of computing power. This processing ability depends on a highly specialized global supply chain, which is currently built almost entirely on American intellectual property and software. To maintain that lead, the US government leveraged the Foreign Direct Product Rule. By 2022, they effectively blocked China from purchasing the advanced microchips needed to train large-scale AI models. The blockade also restricted the manufacturing equipment itself. China was cut off from the Dutch-made lithography machines that use extreme ultraviolet light to print those chips, creating a total hardware embargo. However, market data now shows an unexpected outcome. Despite these trade restrictions, Chinese AI models currently account for nearly 60% of the total AI usage within US companies. This creates a significant paradox. The very policy intended to freeze China's technological growth has instead accelerated its transition toward becoming a self-reliant power in both software and infrastructure. Initially, China relied on survival tactics. This included smuggling restricted chips in luggage and pushing older manufacturing machines at firms like SMIC to their physical limits to produce 5G-capable phone processors. But smuggling cannot scale to meet national demand. Realizing they could not match the sheer hardware volume of the West, Chinese developers shifted their focus from massive computing power to extreme software efficiency. They refined the mixture of experts architecture. Standard models activate their entire neural network for a single query, wasting energy. This system fractures into 256 nodes. When queried, a router activates only the 8 required nodes. The rest stay dark, drastically reducing processing power. Chinese engineers also developed new memory compression techniques. By summarizing the data stored in the AI's short-term memory, they reduced hardware requirements by 90%. This grid treats AI processing like a public utility, using high-speed fiber to connect businesses directly to massive data centers located in regions with cheap renewable energy. This infrastructure is fueled by data from the world's largest digital ecosystems. ByteDance uses massive volumes of video and behavioral responses from TikTok to train its AI on how humans move and interact in the real world. Once built, these models are distributed using an aggressive open-source strategy. Rather than selling access through subscriptions, Chinese tech giants are releasing their most powerful models to global developers for free. The free model serves as the entry point to lock developers into a specific ecosystem. While the baseline intelligence is free, these companies eventually pay Alibaba or Tencent for the cloud hosting, data security, and enterprise servers needed to run those models at scale. This approach is already succeeding. Major American firms, including Pinterest and high-growth coding startups, are now building their core products on top of Chinese foundation models to reduce their operational costs. Chinese AI is no longer a secondary alternative. It is becoming the foundational infrastructure upon which businesses in rival nations are being built. The era of a single US-led technology market has ended. The global landscape has split into 2 separate ecosystems with entirely independent supply chains. This transition creates a new vulnerability for other nations. If a country relies entirely on AI infrastructure from either the US or China, its digital economy can be halted at any time by a foreign policy decision or a sudden trade ban. Many nations are responding by investing in sovereign AI. This requires building independent computing grids and domestic talent pools to ensure they are not trapped between the conflicting policies of 2 superpowers. These models now function as the essential infrastructure for logistics, manufacturing, and scientific research. In this environment, the most effective blockade isn't stopping physical goods. It's cutting off the computational intelligence required to run a modern state.